Young Aussies are giving up. Let's have a look. Good evening everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this, Reddit post discussing young Aussies who are just apparently giving up. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, this will be interesting to see, but the more I looked at it, the more I thought, well, no, they're not really giving up. They're not really giving up. It's more like, they've just got their priorities sorted. And this is something that I have mentioned back when we started having the lockdowns and the restrictions. The silver lining to that was that people finally got off the rat race. They got a break. They took a step back and they realized, wait a minute, I may not want to be doing that shit career for my whole life. I may want to spend time with my family. I may want to do this. I may want to pursue a new career or follow a passion. A forced holiday. For a lot of people, it's probably the first time they ever had to stop working. So let's check this one out. And this is from Aussie Finance on good old Reddit. I'm becoming a Redditor now. I've got the neck beard going. There you go. Just need to get the fedora. Has anyone else seen the rise of this? Otherwise extremely intelligent, hard-working people who have just decided that the social contract is just broken and decided to give up and enjoy their lives rather than tread the standard path. For context, a family friend's son, 25 male, who is extremely intelligent, very hardworking, is in 99.xx ATAR. I'm assuming that's the university entry, so like super smart. Went to law school and subsequently got a very good job offer in a top-tier firm. A few years ago just quit because he found it wasn't worth it anymore. Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, one of the big law firms. His rationale was that he will have to work like a dog for decades, and even then, when he is at the apex of his career, won't be able to afford the lifestyle, such as a home, that someone who failed upwards did a generation ago. Which honestly is a fair assessment, considering most of the boomers could never afford the homes they live in if they had to get a mortgage today. Fail upwards. Now, shit, I haven't heard that one before. Well, let me know in the chat, lads and lasses. What do you reckon? Well, that's hot. A fresh pot I just made. He explained to me how the social contract has been broken, and our generation has to work so much harder to achieve half of what Gen X and Boomers has or have. He now works only 2 days a week in a random job from home. Just concerns himself with paying bills and doesn't care for investing. So he's not even investing, not even going the whole FIRE movement. Spends his free time just enjoying life. Few of his mates are also doing the same. All hardworking, intelligent people who said the rat race isn't worth it. Anyone noticing something similar? Now he's 25 years old. I mean, it'd be interesting to see, does he have a partner? Is that going to factor into this? Or is he going the MGTOW path as well? That's another movement that's growing in popularity. So let's have a look at some of the comments here. So I don't blame them, to be honest. I'm just about to hit 30. Just quit my job that was 90K a year. I've realized the only thing that comes from doing the right thing is debt and stress. And I mean, from my perspective, Rachel and I, we haven't really followed the exact normal path. We work from home. We homeschool our children. Sure, we've started a business, but we've got a lot of flexibility in our life now. Back when we had the office, we had a whole lot of staff. We'd have to drive to work, come back, go out, network, get money in just to pay people and doing the rat race. And, well, frankly, I'm shitloads happier now. Pardon my language, but really am. And it's about much less stress. I can work from home on projects here. I've got one on the moment right now that's actually stressing me out a lot because I have to learn some new skills, but that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I would argue this is a lot of people discovering their own path in life and realizing that the way the previous generations went about stuff probably just isn't worth it. So I'm 31. After leaving the submarine force and being a carpenter, I realized that stay-at-home dad with a small business suits me just fine. I mean, there you go. That's awesome. What's next? It takes a special kind to handle the submariner's life. My dad was one for quite some time. I don't blame you for getting out. For what it's worth, your kids will definitely appreciate having their dad around. Yeah, that's a big... Oh, when you play hide and seeks and the kids pin you. That's a big thing as a father, spending time with your kids, just being around. That's one thing I get a lot of. And as much as the kids can be annoying, you love them and you love being around them and you don't miss out on anything. That's what a lot of dads just don't get to see their kids. If a job's going to be a solid 60 to 75% of my life, I'd rather enjoy making pennies than be depressed making six figures. The stoic chief. That's true. I had a real estate sales role for a few months that was paying very well. I was on track for a six-figure first year in my really early 20s, but 4 months in, I realized I was literally waking up, going to work, coming home, then sleeping. I was super depressed as I couldn't do anything I wanted to do, and that was no way to live. I left the role for a job paying about 70 grand a year, and I'm so much happier right now. I mean, that's about getting a balance. Is that extra money worth the stress? And I guess it just comes with time to realize. Here we go. I'm 30. My job is around 65 grand plus a year. But it's 4 days a week and super chill and supportive and is doing some good in the world. I got a small mortgage on an apartment in a nice area 5 minutes from the beach, just me and my cat. A bit of mortgage stress is worth the lifestyle. There you go. Hopefully the mortgage isn't too big. Just turned 32, quit my 85 grand job. I honestly think this is a lot of people coming out of the lockdowns, realizing what's important in life, and don't plan on returning to full-time work anytime soon. Would rather keep my spending low and enjoy my limited time on this planet. Can't really imagine going back to the cubicle. There you go. I make about half of what I did in 2020. Not a whole lot has really changed. I just buy less stuff. When you make more money, you tend to spend more money. Everything made now is some plastic piece of Chinese crap. So I found that the increased consumerism didn't really result in an improvement in lifestyle, just more spending and debt. Yes, that's just a general rule in life too. How much stuff you waste money on that you don't really need. I mean, none of these people here, in the comments here, none of them are giving up. They're not really giving up. They're just going down their own path. And I would bet you a lot of the viewers of the channel here have done a similar thing. You know? If you are making twice the amount and getting more debt, then that is a problem to work, in my opinion, unless you're talking about good debt. Yeah, well. When people are rewarded for doing not illegal things to get ahead, and the cost of business-style punishment still leave them better off than you... What? Okay, oh, yeah. Someone's going, yeah, the dodginess. Oh. The way I see it, lying flat, quiet quitting, and lean fire or poverty fire. Poverty fire? Poverty fire? Well, hang on. Let's search the web here. Poverty fire? What is this? This is something new. Looking for freedom? Interested in living as frugally as possible? How low can your budget go? Oh, you're kidding. Is this a thing? Wow. Oh, there you go. I finally saved $3,100. This is awesome. I'm saving 15% for retirement. Okay. Any poverty fire dating ideas? Okay, well, this is a new thing I've just discovered. I'm going to have a look into poverty fire. I've learned about the FIRE movement, financially independent, retire early. Poverty fire? I mean, that's... How are you going to get a partner? Or how are the blokes going to get a partner? The women judge you by your money, or at least your ability to not be in poverty. But I guess. Hey? Anyway, are all similar except differences in degrees, but the basic principle involves reducing spending or consumerism in order to get out of work more quickly or do the minimum. I know a lot like this. Someone with a master's in astrophysics who now does 3 days a week for a company in film. Another with a PhD in mathematics who after a couple of years working for a company, algo trading, decided he would rather work at a bookstore. Others who are less academically impressive, but still engineers, science grads, junior doctors among them, sometimes they continue in their journey even when they've given up. The ages range from 25 to 40 of the people I'm thinking of. To be honest, I don't blame them. At the end of the day, most of them are giving their lifestyle for someone else's dream. For a lot of them, they've come to terms with the fact that no matter how hard they work, there's a fair chance they won't get to do what they would like. So instead, they build a life that they want to have. A lot of them just prefer humble lives and playing board games and D&D with friends. There you go. So guys, let's have a bit of a talk about this one. So I would not say anyone, at least in the comments there, has given up, or even the examples that this person has put forward. I would say it's just people finding their own path in life and realizing, well, the rat race, accumulating more financial or just chasing the bigger paycheck, the bigger job, the career, may not be all that it's cracked up to be. There's more to life, much more to life. The sad thing is when women work, career, and leave it too late to have kids and miss out on that opportunity, that time frame that they have, that window there. So no, I think this is an encouraging article or an encouraging Reddit post. I learned about Poverty Fire. I'm going to have a look into that one. But guys, what do you think? I mean, how have you just stuck to the path, or have you done your own thing? What do you prefer? You know, career, climbing the ladder, or a little less stress, a little more happiness? You tell me in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out my other channel, Heise BIM and Heise Does, for other content I create. And if you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Good night, everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. There you go. Poverty Fire. Now, that's a new one. That's a new one. I got to look into that. Maybe Rachel won't like the fact that I've discovered that one.